Hello, this is Mike from the Hoosier Wranglers. Hey, I wanted to show everybody how to use this site. There's a lot up there that would help everybody get more involved. Excuse me. But before we start, let me show you what meetup.com is. Let me click on the icon up here. Meetup.com is a massive site for user groups. There's tens of thousands of groups up there. You notice that when I click the find button, it knows where I'm at. It's going to search within 25 miles of Noblesville. So if I just hit, well, actually I think it already did the search, but let's do a search. All meetups, and you can see that they're there. If I just click the find button, you can see that it's Hoosier Wranglers, the Indie.net Consortium. That's another one that I'm organizer of, and all kinds of groups within my local area. A lot of these are technical groups, but there's all kinds of groups up there on scrapbooking, whatever you could possibly imagine. But let's change this to within any distance of Noblesville and type Jeep. So we're going to look for any clubs that are about Jeeps. So you can see here we've got Jeep Club, Texas Girls, Wicked Jeeps, wherever that is, Southside Jeep Club, Vertical Excursions, Hamptons, North Georgia. What do we have here? Just all kinds of Virginia Jeep Tail Dogs, Desert Wranglers. At Houston, look, they have 406 people. Austin, they have 619 Jeepers. There we are. It's 59. We got to get that up there. But anyway, there's just tons of Jeep clubs up there, which is really cool, in all various different cities and stuff like that. The one thing interesting is if we put within 100 miles and search Jeep, Hoosier Wranglers is the only one. So there's not a lot of Jeep clubs up on Meetup. So anyway, let's go back to our group, and let me show you what all is involved. I'm logged on as the organizer, so I have some options that you'll see that you probably don't have. But basically, once you've joined us, this is typically what the site looks like. You have this kind of about page for people to first join. You don't see that anymore. You just see the list of events. And one of the things about the events, let's go into an event. You can click on it. You can see the map. It gives you the full address, the names. If you go to edit map, I can edit the map. You can view the map, but I can zoom in. I can hit satellite, and I can actually see the trails of Haspin right there. So the maps are very accurate. And then there's some text I usually post, and then you can, of course, post comments. And if you want to reply to a comment, you type in your text here. And it took me a while to figure it out. You just hit enter when you're done. You don't want to, I kept going up here and hitting post, and it wouldn't show up. You just type in your reply to somebody and hit enter, and you can also like a reply as well. So that's a little bit about events, but let's talk about post events. So let's say you go to an event. We just went to the Kessie Jeep Farm, for instance. Let's click on that. You notice up here it has upload. So if you went to Kessie Jeep Farm and took photos, you can upload photos from that event, and they'll be attached to that event forever, and of course the comments are there. So if we were actually click on this, we can zing through the photos by one by clicking over here, or we can actually just go into play slideshow and just click through them like so. So these are photos from the Kessie Jeep event, which is really fun, by the way. So what else is there? Let's go home. You'll see what's new, and if you scroll down on this list down here, you'll see the most recent comments and people joining, so on, stuff like that. Of course, there's all the events. You can RSVP to these events, so you can click RSVP to any of those events. Let's look at the members. I wanted to show you this just so you know. That's my ID, so I'm the organizer. But let's go into John's account. So if I click on that, you notice that the only thing I can see is these questions I added later. So if you want to fill those in your profile, go ahead. New people have to fill those in when they join. But all I see is the location, what town the person lives in. I don't see your email ID, nothing. So that's what I do when a new person joins and I put it on that member map. All I do is put a point on the map. It's not associated with a given person or whatever. It just gives you an idea of where people are located, which is really nice. So let's go to photos. There are different photo albums. There's a Post Your Rig album, which is cool. So if we zing through that, you'll see, let's see, where's the slideshow? So we can see different people's rigs. So when you join, or if you've already joined and you haven't posted a photo of your Jeep up here, go ahead and do that. And then of course people can leave comments on there as well. The pages, there's some pages up here. There's the maps page. So if we click on that and go to the Hoosier Wrangler member map, This I just keep up to date manually. Whenever someone joins, I go put a dot on the map, so we know we got some people in Ohio even, which will be great because we got a couple of wheeling events over there. So you'll see we got a pretty good saturation in the Indy area. Well, if I could scroll properly, quite a few up north. This is the area around here that we're going to be sweeping with some events. At least I am. I'm going to be tagging everybody with flyers. I'll show you those in a minute. So let's go back to the site. So we have the pages you can look at. There's the discussion forums. So if you want to discuss about events that are upcoming or past, you can click in there. If you have things for sale or things you want, you can post in there. Any technical questions, you can post in there. I posted one about which CB radio to get, and then anything miscellaneous, just post questions or comments in there. And then there's polls here. If you haven't taken these, that would help. Would you be interested in a shooting range day? How did you find the Hoosier Wranglers, for instance? So if I click on this and look at the results, I didn't vote obviously because I created it, but you can see here's one. Some crazy guy left a flyer in my windshield. I haven't done that much, only about 30 or 40 of them, so it does work, and I'll be doing a whole bunch more of that, and you guys can do that as well. So if you go under more files and you want to help let people know about our group, if you click on the windshield flyer, it brings up a PDF. And what I do is I print these. You can print them in black and white, it doesn't matter. And I just cut these in 4 with scissors and have a whole stack of them in my Jeep all the time. And if I hit a mall or a Walmart or anywhere like that, I just go through the parking lot and tag every Wrangler and put it underneath the windshield wiper of the driver's side, sometimes facing inward. Depends on how they're parked, so they see the Jeep on there. I usually will take that yellow Jeep and put it diagonally so that they see the Jeep. That way they're more likely to take a look at it. And instead of just thinking it's some random junk flyer. Let's see what else is up there. Members we went through, sponsors we don't have any yet, photos. There's different photo albums up there you can look through from past events, things like that. The pages we already looked at, discussion forums, files, and the polls. Okay, that seems to be it. Oh, one more thing about the profile. Let's go into my profile and notice there's my information. If I click edit, like for instance, if you when you first logged in, or what's the word I'm looking for, joined our group, and you put in a fake city and you want to put in a real city, just go into your profile up here by clicking profile, then go into general. You'll see all this information. So if I want to change my city, I can click edit and change my city right here and then save it. So that helps us with our member map. So it helps people that if they're in a town, there's nobody else located next to them, and they think, well, why should I join? There's nobody out in my area. It really helps to have your right city. It's not tagged to there's no address. It's not even tagged to your ID on the user map, so it doesn't really cause any harm there. And hopefully we'll have the whole state saturated by September 1st. I'm hoping have reached the 500 member threshold. So let's go back. There we go. So I think that pretty much covers it. So that's how the site works, and hopefully that'll help you guys get more use out of it. Thanks. Bye.